Hello and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. And dawn is breaking here at 5:41 now. A month ago it would have been daylight already, fully daylight, but that's how it works with seasons. Okay, we have a very famous blended Scotch whiskey, Buchanan's 12 Buchanan's Deluxe, 12-year aged. This little 375 milliliter bottle. This is the older design. I got a good deal on this because I got this half-size bottle and the same size bottle of Country Club gin for 12 bucks even. Not gonna find that price. How was the Country Club? It was good. I didn't expect much, but it was basically free. You know what I mean? Like this was really 12 bucks, and then the Country Club was thrown in to seal the deal, so to speak. This has this weird pour, so I've got to kind of dump it in. You can hear that little device. All right, because some people try to dump out the Buchanan's Deluxe, like down in Uruguay or Paraguay or Mexico, and then they'll try to replace it with something cheap. But you can pour out, you can't pour in to that bottle. Now, you don't have that type of thing on this 100 Pipers because I guess no one's trying to do that. This is a cheap, like my friend David calls it, bar whiskey in the United States. About $8.99 a bottle around here. It's been on the market 53 years. Was Seagram's 100 Pipers. Seagram's is gone as a company. Still sold as Seagram's 100 Pipers outside of the United States. So if you buy this in India or Thailand, it's Seagram's 100 Pipers, and it's owned by a company called Pernod Ricard. They also own the Seagram's gin. You've seen Seagram's gin everywhere. You have a event that sells liquor, or the Seagram's Distillers Reserve gin. But there is no more Seagram's. It's like Schlitz that doesn't exist as a company. But in India and Thailand, it's the #1 selling Scotch whiskey, if you can believe it. And then there's a 12-year aged that's much more expensive, I would imagine. This is only aged 3 years. I'm not making fun of it, laughing. There's like an essay on the back. Look at that. And then if you read the back of the J.W. Dance Scotch, it's almost like a treatise thing you could learn. It's like the whole label, like this big. Read about the history of Scotch. It goes, it's like an encyclopedia entry. Okay. Now the Buchanan's, this is the base model. This is not, it's Buchanan's Deluxe from 1884. This is not their best. This is their introductory Scotch, which to me is wonderful. There's many more expressions that climb the ladder. You're going to pay about 35 bucks a bottle for the regular size bottle of this. But then it keeps going up. And so you get, you look on the Diageo website, thebar.com, and they've got like 4 other levels. And there's probably more than that. So you can get up to about $100 a bottle, maybe more. And last night I was at bingo, so I said, let me go drink a beer. And they always find it hilarious that I only drink one. You see, Valentin George says, hello, Valentin. They find it fascinating that I drink one. And they say, but you could drink as much as you want. Well, I'm fooling with money, right? I want to have a clear mind. I've been up all day, since early in the morning. So I drank Bud Light because the Coors Light was terribly outdated. Best by March. Here we are in July, so I'm not drinking that. It was probably okay, but I'm not going to drink it. If the Bud Light says best by later in this month, I don't know why it's all that stuff's short dated, but maybe they're cutting back on their drinking. So then I went in the bar area where we're allowed to drink liquor. They had wine, but they also had all this liquor and the usual stuff. And then this big guy, Jared, big guy, he said, they got Elijah Craig. He loves Elijah Craig, you know. And I said, oh, okay. I said, well, I already drank some bourbon at my house earlier today. Oh, you can't ever drink too much. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, actually, you could. I know he didn't mean that literally. But, and then I noticed they had Johnny Walker Red label, the big glass handle bottle, the big jug bottle. I said, woo, I never had Johnny Walker Red. I'll try it. Unopened, but, you know, it was fun. So I opened it, poured it. Oh, it smelled good. Now I know that's the base model, like this Buchanan's. Johnny Walker Red is the base model. It's the introductory. It's the mixer. It's not their best. It's their least refined, but it's famous, you know, around the world, right? And I never tried it. I know I said, ooh, this smells great, you know, for an introductory product, but it's still a premium Scotch, you know. And the taste was just dynamite. I said, no wonder it's so popular. Tasted like smoked pork to me. It's similar to those Iraq beers, you know. And Valentin George says Johnny Walker Black is better. Well, I understand y'all are telling me what I know, because you would expect that a base model is not going to be as good as a luxury edition, a super luxury edition, and up the ladder. So it would only make sense that they're going to go up in quality. The payout is going to go up. So then I told this guy that was talking about the Elijah Craig, I said, oh, I'm drinking some, I said, I got tempted anyway. I'm drinking some Johnny Walker Red. And he said, Johnny Walker, that's trash. And I said, what? Johnny Walker Blue Label, he yells out. I said, that's $259 a bottle, $259 a bottle. You know, it's like, you know, I'm sure it's fabulous. I'm not going to go pay that much. But I don't really engage people like that, because you can't talk to them, you know. Oh, he's a nice person, but you would get angry if you try to talk to a person like that about alcohol, because they're, you know, I guess in England they'll call them a bloke or something, or in Australia, you know, because they're bluster, you know, people like that. Elijah Craig, it's the best. And if, you know, and every opinion they have is a fact. You know, people like that. Their opinions are facts. That's how they express it. Not, I think Elijah Craig is really wonderful, and I suggest you try it. It's Elijah Craig is the best. Johnny Walker's trash. You know, there's extremist positions on everything, and you can't engage it, because you're not going to get anywhere. Just blah 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 blah. I'll just ignore it. You know, right? Johnny Walker's trash. That's why it's so popular, because people hate it. You know, but you just can't engage it, because you're not going to get anywhere. Valentin says Johnny Walker is not trash, not the best, but still good. Yeah, I mean, I tried it. And I run into that problem in my rock and roll club, where you get these people with these formed opinions. You know, all their music is the best, you know. This is the greatest rock band ever. Rah, rah, rah. And then in your opinion, they might be okay. And if you don't, like, brag on how great their group is, then they're going to say, no one appreciates my group in this damn nutbo club. You just can't talk to people like that. And then, of course, your music, you might say, well, you know, I like this. Oh, no, they're no good. The Carpenters, no one likes the Carpenters. Oh, they're terrible. They're the worst. It's like, it's not even real rock and roll. Blah, blah, blah. So it's soft rock, you know, it's pop, but it's in that universe. You know, everything you're posting is blues. You could make the same, you know, I don't know. It's hard to deal with people with formed opinions that, or you should say closed-minded, you know. You just can't talk to them. It's like trying to talk to people about Budweiser. Oh, blah, blah, Budweiser, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay. It's just, it's impossible. All right, on with this. Now, the color is, let me sip this down a bit. It's not going to be much of a challenge, you know. They're both gold, but I think the The Buchanan's Deluxe is a shade darker. Let's see. I mean, a shade lighter. I meant to say a shade lighter. Okay, well, this is 100 pipe. This is the Deluxe. So let's mix it up. So I don't have to worry about glancing down because the color is almost identical. Not identical, but nearly so. Now, what's going to happen here? Well, I think they'll share some commonalities. They're both blended Scotch, so you'll get the smoke and you'll get some of that grain alcohol underbody and all of that stuff. But the Buchanan's aged 12 years, 4 times as long as the 100 Pipers. It's just not going to be a contest. It's going to be lighter in flavor. You're going to get more malt, whiskey, single malt, bread, barley bread taste. And the 100 Pipers, you're going to get that kind of stark, if you want to use the word harsh, I would use the word harsh, grain alcohol thing going on, and that sort of chewier mouthfeel. And then you'll be able to tell them apart. I don't think it's going to be much of a challenge. Okay. It's like if you took bourbon, even a cheap bourbon, like say you take a Benchmark Old No. 8. That's a good example. And you put it up against Barton Premium Blended Whiskey. I'm trying to pick 2 from Sazerac. Buffalo Trace. They would share commonalities that I just discussed, but the Barton Premium being only 20% straight whiskey, bourbon whiskey, I'm sorry, it's going to have that harshness that's going to come through, that alcohol burn, that grain alcohol's underbody is going to come through, and then you're going to say, oh, no, they're not the same. Even though the price is nearly identical, we're talking about, I can go buy straight bourbon right now at Dornex, $8.99 a 1 liter bottle, 1 liter of Kentucky Tavern, $8.99, unheard of. Liquor prices around here have been dropping, by the way. I have to tell you this. Why, I don't know. I think there's a major price war going on. But I mean, across the board, everything's dropping. I've never seen it. It's unreal. Not that I'm complaining. But for 22 years, it's been steadily going up. And now this last 3 months, it's crashed. So it's very unusual. Okay. Time for the taste challenge, the smell and taste challenge. Now, tomorrow I'm going to do Drum Castle against Buchanan. So if you don't watch that, I'll understand. You say an Irish whiskey aged 3 years against a 12-year-old Scotch. Give me a break. There's not going to be a contest. I know it. If I get that mixed up, I need to cancel this whole series. They're not even the same style. There's some similarity, but yeah, that's. I'll never do that again after tomorrow. I'll just do it one more time. Okay, light smokiness, beautiful smokiness here. Not terribly unlike the Johnny Walker Red, honestly. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Now here, it's not a light smokiness. Here there is some smoke, but you see that's dissipated. I blabbed a little bit and I let it. What beers do you have in the pipeline? Oh, so many I can't even get into it. It's just, it'll take up all, and I got to get off of this in 5 minutes. So just stay tuned. It's incredible, Valentin. It's actually too many, it's like craziness. This one here is just grain alcohol predominantly. Okay, you take Barton Premium American Blended Whiskey, or you take 100 Pipers Blended Scotch Whiskey. Honestly, it's probably 80% similar. They're probably 80% similar to each other and only 20% different. They are not that different. And go ahead and throw in some blended Canadian whiskey. And it's just all alike, mostly alike. It's, you say, well, you're only paying $8, $9 a bottle. That's why they're like that. I mean, this smells like a bowl of corn grits. Not bad, because I like corn grits, but I mean, This is what you're smelling. So this has got to be the Buchanan's Deluxe, and this has got to be the 100 Pipers. It's got to be. Okay, we got 4 minutes. Let's go with the taste, but I mean, now it's already done. I mean, aroma only, there's no way you could get these mixed up. That's impossible unless you have no taste facility. Yeah, it's light. There's smokiness from start to finish on this sip. I said it the other day. It's like a tunnel of smoke, and it's taking you through the end of the sip, and it's pleasant all the way. It's mostly bready barley malt. It is not, even though it's not really mostly single malt Scotch. It's mostly the grain whiskey, but they cover it up very well. Yeah, it tastes like it should be $35 a bottle. Not 100, not 259. I'd love to know what that Johnny Walker Blue Label tastes like. I'm sure it's like this, but way, 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 way better. But I'm not going to pay that. You can buy it for me. So, oh, there he goes. See, there he goes. He's asking for free stuff. No, I'm just kidding, actually. Okay. I mean, there's no smoke. It's like, this is like quasi-Scotch. You know what I'm saying? In isolation. Now, if you drink 100 Pipers on its own without a comparison by itself, you might say, oh, you know, that's a Scotch, it's got smokiness, whatnot. But once you do the taste challenge and you put it up against something, which you could say arguably is much more of a legitimate product. We hate to use those type of terms. Now there's no comparison. There's no way you could ever get them mixed up. It's kind of like if you took Rockdale premium beer, which to me is, I would go along if Jared said that's trash. I'd say, yeah, it is. He's probably never tried. He would never try it. But that's a bargain basement beer. And I know some people that do like it. They say it's good. I don't know how they say that, but it's just, oh. Now you put it up against a premium beer like Budweiser. You say, Budweiser's not the best beer. Notice I never said that. I didn't say it was above premium or a gourmet product. I said just a standard. It's kind of like Johnny Walker Red and Scotch. Okay. Or, just think of a common wine, you know. So you're never going to get Rockdale Classic mixed up, if that's a classic, mixed up with Budweiser. You're going to, in aroma only, you're going to say that's Budweiser, that's Rockdale. There's going to be no challenge in the taste challenge. So it cannot happen. And that's how this is. You're never going to get these mixed up unless you have no taste facility. So here we go. I'll give it one more, and then I'll get off for the news. But yeah, this is clearly Buchanan's. There's no argument. What? Okay, there is absolutely no argument. It's impossible to mix them up. Here we go. Yeah, BD, Buchanan's Deluxe. I mean, it's, now if you want to pay $8.99 and get 100 Pipers and sip on it, or make mixed drinks, fine. You know, that's fine. But don't buy it and think it's some kind of great thing, because it ain't. It is not. And honestly, I can go get the Clan McGregor for $1.99 less right now at Walmart. I might go get a bottle because it's hard to pass up, and they're trying to close it out for $7 a bottle. I think they're going just to the big bottles. Clan McGregor kills this. I mean, 100 Pipers is a joke compared to Clan McGregor. I mean, and it's a sad joke, a sorry joke. You know, I don't know what these people are trying to pull with this 100 Pipers. Is this what they've had on the market since 1965, the same stuff? I bet you it was different. I mean, I have nothing to back that up with, you understand? But it couldn't have been the same. This is just like, who was saying in 1965, oh, I just have to get 100 Pipers. It tastes just like a bowl of grits. I mean, come on. Top of mind brand. In the U.S., Budweiser is a standard beer. In Europe, that's Heineken. Right, same principle I'm talking about. All right, well, I got to go, folks. Thank you. This was no kind of taste challenge. The clear winner, Buchanan's Deluxe, and you can get it on aroma only. Aroma only.